Like you're writing your heart out in your songs. It's intense. It's like therapy, but it's also rewarding when you have other people relate to that.
Tyra plus Tiara are making their mark on R&B with their single, Rose. The twin sisters hail from Texas and have such a rich combined tone coupled with captivating visuals.
Flip me over, legs to the sky. My favorite line was, focus on my favorite spot.
We wanted to paint a visual picture with our words. We wanted to illustrate that to the listener and really feel like they're in the moment.
Do y'all think it's possible to, I guess, exist in this industry without compromising yourself?
I do think it's possible. Sometimes it takes one person or a couple people to be that standard and say, oh, you don't have to do it that way, how everyone else did it.
Now, if you want it like fast, if you don't feel you want to do certain things, it may be slower for you, and that's fine.
How y'all doing, first off?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. What's good? What does good feel like?
Relax, doing what we love to do, traveling, working on music, networking, meeting new people. Yeah, that's
good.
what's feeling good is.
New York is hot. We like hot, but we weren't expecting this hot, but it's good. New York is
Really?
good.
Compared to where y'all from?
Well, we can easily just get in the car and be good and go back home. Here, you're walking, so the heat is more in your face for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a great way to put it. Yeah. I mean, either way, I feel like I think the air. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never been there, but I think the air over there is just like dry.
Yes.
Like, I feel like,
Dallas is dry. Houston is humid.
Yeah.
So, but you're still
Feels
feel
like
like
an
an
oven.
oven. Yeah.
You're like in the oven.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask y'all this. This is a current question I ask everyone, but if you can think of one thing you did, this week, both of y'all, that you would do again, what would that be?
That I did this week. That's a good question.
I think taking my morning walks early in the morning, I think that helps me not get too stressed out, not get too overwhelmed. Just setting a date, okay, 5 a.m., get up and walk. So I think that's good. And just exploring the city, I like doing that. Exploring, when I go back home, just exploring, continue to explore. So I think that's a good thing to keep.
Yeah, what does that do for you when you take that walk?
I like adventure. I like spontaneity. I like taking risks. And so doing that small aspect allows me to do that in other aspects of my life. So keeping that in my psyche and my brain is important.
Yeah, I like that too. It also sounds like you're like a schedule kind of person.
Yes.
Is that, yeah?
Yes. I don't like to overschedule, but I want to make sure that, okay, are you keeping your word, Tyra? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? So I like to be scheduled.
Yeah. I like that. Are you the same way, Tiara?
A little bit. I've recently gotten into sound bathing. So we're similar in the fact that we wake up and we like meditating or like she said, going on a walk. Sound bathing, I would do over and over again. It's like, have you done sound bathing?
You got to break that down for me.
Yeah, so it's like, so when you sleep, you put on like an 8-hour sound meditation. It's like the woman or guy has like these bowls, and then they put like a crystal, and then they move it around. It's basically charging sound frequencies to help you go to sleep. It's really energizing your body while you sleep. It helps with anxiety, depression, and things like that. It just heals your body while you sleep, and it's just amazing when you wake up. So yeah, I like
Is it
that.
like a music playing?
Yeah,
or
it's like sound.
Yeah.
Like
It hits a certain frequency to help your subconscious relax.
yeah, and
like,
it's smooth.
it really does, or is it
Yeah,
just like
it
You
does.
can feel it when you wake up.
It feels
For
like you
sure.
drank like half a gallon of water and like you've replenished yourself.
And how often do you do it?
I just started Sunday, and so I do it every night since then.
I used to do it a lot, but then I stopped.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good to get back on it.
Yeah.
Is it for people who are like struggling with sleep patterns?
Yes,
or, okay.
yes.
I'm assuming, is that something you're struggling with?
I randomly saw it on YouTube, and I was like, let me try this.
Yeah.
And so I woke up, and I was like, wow, it actually made a difference. I didn't know what it was used for, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, wow. It did what it's supposed to do, so I like it. You should try it for real. Like,
I might. I probably won't, but I'm just saying that because we're
not
on
gonna
camera,
harm you.
you gotta
It's not
say
gonna-
things.
Right.
No, I'm just playing. I might though. I might, because I'm always like looking for ways I like to like bring peace to myself. And now I'm in therapy, and my therapist is challenging me to like do something that's gonna make me feel better.
Yeah, it definitely will. That will make you feel better.
I might try that.
What made
Maybe
you want to
that's
go
it.
to therapy? Like what? Because I know sometimes it's hard to just say, okay, I'm going to go. But what was the
Catalyst.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I think when I started realizing that there was a lot of things in my personal life that I was running from that I didn't want to face because of just how strong of emotion that was attached to it. And so I think one day when I actually sat down at home and I was like crying and just feeling it so much, I was like, oh, I need to like talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And so I just, and my job, you know, they have free therapy. So I was like,
that's
yo,
awesome.
I might as well try it out.
Use it, yeah.
So, but she's dope, you know, Black woman. She's really good.
I want to stop here for a second. If you are someone who is always busy and on the move, hoping that changing cities and jobs will help you outrun the shadows of your past, I got news for you. You can't. The constant running will leave you exhausted and unfulfilled. Why? Because you can't escape your traumas forever. Stop lying to the only person that can offer you some help. Otherwise, you can forget the world's battle. You're going to have a long life battle with yourself. That's why I'm encouraging you to seek therapy. Confront the pain that you've been running away from. Alongside therapy, the ladies brought up some very good point. Meditating regularly is very helpful. It's not only to calm your mind, but also they can improve your sleep patterns like the ladies share, which can lead to more restful and rejuvenating nights. All right, let's get back to the show.
Congratulations on Berlin Knights going #1 in Dallas. That's very dope.
Thank you.
How do y'all feel about that?
It was a shock, to be honest.
It's my baby.
Yeah.
That song is my baby for sure. Writing that song, it was a lot. It was from a long time ago. The experience was from a long time ago, but it brought up something 2 years ago, so I needed to write it out, and I'm good now. But I'm so happy we did it.
Yeah, I'm happy to see people resonate with what we're
Yeah.
writing and then really feel it. And I feel
Yeah.
like that is a representation of that. And I can't wait to continue to like see the progress of our album and how it's touching people.
Yeah.
You think about when you first started, like, how do you feel like y'all have evolved since then?
I think and on the technical side, I think my writing has improved. Just really being authentic to my writing process, not this is how I think they would hear it. No, this is what I have to say, and I hope you resonate with it. But in the growth with our music, I think, yeah, even the business side, just knowing how to pull people together to get the creative magic going. And it's just been a learning experience throughout the whole process. So from 2018 and on, I think we've grown a lot.
I think as we, mature and get older, we have different experiences. So I think our writing gets better and our music gets better. You have a lot more to talk about when you're 15 to now like 23,
Right.
26. So it's like, I think that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
The growth, you can see the growth. And we're not afraid to say what we want to say on records. Growing up in the church, you kind of want to.
Oh, I know y'all not afraid. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into y'all not being afraid to tackle some things.
Yeah.
But you said growing up
in the
in
church, you had that good foundation. And so sort of, for me, I'd say, she's more of like free.
I've never really been.
She's more free in that area. But for me, it's like, it took me a long time to really be out, like, relax and say it's okay to be truth in your story and truth in the song. So
Yeah. Why was it? I guess fearful? Was it because the thought of people that you personally know were listening to it?
Yeah, it's that and judgment. It's like therapy. Like you're writing your heart out in your songs, and it's intense, but it's also rewarding when you have other people relate to that. That's so. We'll get into it, but everyone's gone through these types of things before, and some of the things that they may feel judged about, like I'm the only one doing this type of relationship. No,
you're not the only one out here doing this. And so when they hear the music, say, okay, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's another thing I was interested in. Like when y'all write, for example, like do y'all write on the perspective of like other people, or is it like your personal life? Because some of the songs, and correct me if I'm wrong, it didn't feel like it was from y'all personal experiences. It was just more like you just being creative.
So it starts from my personal experience, but then it evolves into me talking about an experience that I have. Then I talk to someone else and they have the same experience, and I tap into what they go through. And so that's where that starts out. So it initially starts with me, and then it ventures out.
Is that the same process for you also?
I think most of the songs written for me in this album was from my point of view, and from our perspective. So yeah, you'll see. We'll talk about it. But on the album, she has a lot more songs she's written on the song, some on the album, and I have some songs personally from my perspective. So yeah, our writing styles are
we never
different.
write together.
Yeah, we never write
Write
together.
separately?
Yeah, and then
Wow.
we come together and we kind of like agree to let what we wrote be what it is.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tyra.
I'm Tiara.
And our new album, Don't Forget Your Keys, is out now. So go stream on all music platforms, Tyra plus Tiara. And if
you support us, you support art.
So
like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get back to the interview.
Now I want to talk about it's a throwback record. I think y'all recorded in 21. Beautiful Lover.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that song.
It's crazy how music can resonate with people at any time. Well, good music at any year. It don't like it doesn't feel like it's aged at all, right? I like that song, but there's some few things I want to talk about just based off that record, if y'all don't mind.
Oh, of course.
And like I told y'all off camera, I have different interpretation of music.
We love to hear it.
You want to hear my interpretation? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, let's get into it then. So how I interpreted Beautiful Lover is that, it describes, this is me. I said it describes the activation of love, harmony. Did I say that word right? How do you pronounce that word? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I just wrote it.
Say that again?
I be using big words and I don't know how to pronounce it. I said it describes the activation of love hormone. Did I pronounce that word right?
Hormones.
Hormones.
Hormones, okay.
You know
Okay.
how when you have like dopamine and all that kind of stuff?
yeah.
That's what I felt like it felt like to me.
For
that
sure.
Beautiful Lover. Was that what y'all was trying to get at with that song?
It was like a flower blossoming and opening. Like that's how a relationship should be. Like that tandem, that dance.
And we also kind of wrote it for a soundtrack to Bridgerton, or a movie that we could also pitch. So that was also, that's why you hear those big orchestra moments in the song and the big
vocal stacks.
Yeah, so we wanted it to pitch to sync, but it was also about love.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. But it also made me curious if that's something that y'all long for. Is that something y'all long for? Like
love.
That kind of love, that peaceful, stress-free, anxiety-free,
Absolutely.
I guess, love. Yeah.
Well, I have it. Yeah, we both have it.
Yeah.
It took a long journey for me to get there, but that's a part of love. That's a part of the journey. Like that tandem, that dance.
Yeah.
I think you can have multiple loves, though. So you can have a safe love, and then you can have a love that's all over the place. But everyone has different loves, but you don't have to have just one. So, yeah.
It's interesting y'all said y'all both had it, because remember at the beginning I said, do you write in the perspective of other people? Because that song doesn't sound like y'all writing as if like y'all have it. It sounds like y'all writing
Longing for it.
Right.
like you're longing for it.
And at the time, I was longing for it
Right,
because
she was,
I was
yeah.
out of a college relationship at the time, and I was pouring my heart out on that song.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you heard that emotion through that song. For
Maybe
sure.
it's because I'm learning. No, you know how you can relate to the lyrics sometimes.
yeah,
Yo,
exactly.
sometimes when a lyric hits you, like damn, that shit it hits you,
Yeah.
like smack you. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But I like that kind of writing though, because to me it's like it's special. Like I remember Tank was saying one time, the R&B singer Tank, like he was saying just how like like singers and songwriters don't write like that anymore. Like they don't write music that make people feel something, and that's what I feel like. Maybe I'm just like.
No,
Thank
you.
When you feel that, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Do people give y'all that kind of reaction?
Yeah, for Beautiful Lover, they really like that song. They feel
Not
like
just off that song, but just the catalog in general.
I do. People really tell us that we have like a big sound and that they can feel that energy through the music.
And the number one thing they say, I can relate to this. This hits home. So I'm happy that they can resonate.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about something current now, right? Don't forget your keys.
Yes.
First off, the single and the title of the EP album.
The album.
Album. Well, let's slow down. Why "Don't Forget Your Keys" as the title of the album?
We thought it was very unique and something that if someone types it up, it will go straight to our album. Right. That's a unique name, and we recorded that record. So TD flew us out in 2021, and so we made that record. They introduced us to some great producers. Sai, he's one of the producers on there. And he was making a beat, and I think I just sang it.
When we heard the beat, it was like a big 808, the beat that comes in dun 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 every 3. And so when I hear that, when I get into the studio, I zone in, and whatever comes out of the writing, that's what comes out, whether it's raw, sexy, whatever, that's what happens. So I was writing, and so the lyrics were very sexy, very vulgar. And I remember one time we were in the studio.
I had to tweak.
What'd you tweak?
I said tweak. She always wanted to tweak, and because I said I was cursing on it. She said, "You need to stop cursing on that." I said,
"That she gotta feel how she feels."
Right, I'm trying to get into it, and you trying to tell me no.
I don't want any pauses on our song, so I want
get the clean version.
I love the love. We were saying, what was it?
Get me up out of here, love on me instead of get me up out of here, fuck on me. That's what I wanted to say.
I wanted to.
I would have
That's why. But the producer agreed.
No, he agreed. No, he didn't.
I like love because it's more.
No.
And that's what was one of my regrets, really. And that's one of the things I learned.
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah,
but now I know that fuck on me was
Yeah. So now I know I'm not ever going to tame myself again.
Yeah, and that's what we kind of have to. We're different.
When we learn, we're different. So, but next time it will be no taming.
But I still love on me.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that record felt like a one night stand. Like y'all were talking about one night stand. Am I wrong in that assessment?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because it's like pick up your keys in the morning.
It was more so, it wasn't a committed relationship.
Right.
It was more so like, don't forget your keys. Also, don't forget me. Like, don't forget this relationship.
Is that how you interpret it?
Yeah,
see, I'm even interpreting it different from her. I'm thinking we're rekindling a relationship. So don't go to work and come back home and let's,
don't forget your keys.
Don't forget your keys. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Damn, how did my mind go to one night stand?
No, but I could see how that could go to one night stand.
Yeah, damn. I told you, I'll be having wild interpretations of like music.
That's actually a good.
Good.
But I mean, that's what I think when I see when I read the lyrics when you say "Don't forget your keys in the morning." Like to me, it sounds like
pick up, go.
Don't get your keys.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Yes, that's even better than what we were writing up. Okay.
Don't forget your keys. Like that's some of the sentiments you share in the morning.
That could be from a male's perspective. Too. Like
that's good. Yeah, good.
Damn, yo. So that just reaffirmed just how like men are just wild creature. Because that's what, like, imagine what I'm thinking about, yo. Right. That's what I'm thinking about. Y'all over here thinking about like rekindling an old relationship, and I'm over here like, yo, that's crazy. But to me, it seemed like y'all have this alter ego when y'all write sometimes.
Yeah, for me, for sure.
I've always grown up as we've been looked at as like really good girls, like goody two shoes. But everyone has authentic side to them, and I feel like that's what allows our art to come to life because we write from a different perspective.
Like what you were speaking about in the beginning, like when you were afraid to
like speak about it, but now it's like, well, no, we're gonna write about it, and I love that people we don't exude this all the time in real life, but I love that when people hear our music, they're like, oh, I didn't know that about you. Ooh, oh, I like that side. So, yeah.
And speaking of that side, let's stay on that side for a little bit. Because it's not me, it's just the songs that y'all provided.
It speaks it, yeah.
You know, it just, you know, when I told y'all when y'all came in that Silent Killer was one of my favorite records on there also. And on that song, it just sounds so instructive. Like,
right, yes. It's empowering like a woman.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a woman knowing what she wants and what she needs in an intimate setting with her partner. And I feel like, yeah.
And it was also, too, like, whoever you're with, forget it. It's just between us two. Like, let's stay on our relationship. Like, don't worry about other people. Let's get this done. Let's get, you know, focused.
This is sexy record. Yeah, it's really, yeah.
You know, like, the can I read some of the lyrics?
Yes.
Flip me over, legs to the sky.
Yes.
I like that line right there. My favorite line was, focus on my favorite spot.
Yeah. Because, I mean, why are we here?
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm just glad I got it right this time.
Yes.
We on the same page.
Point,
But but back to you know, the Tank conversation. Like, I feel like he had a point with that, because he was talking, like, I think a lot of like love making. I'm not paraphrasing. This is what he said, but he said a lot of like love making, or men are just not making love properly to their women. And I feel like I like songs like that, because you know, R&B songs used to be those like instructions, you know, and songs like that is just powerful. It's like, flip me. I like that. Focus on my favorite spot. I like those lines are like little reminders, but they're powerful to men, I guess. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing, you know, when you're I guess with a woman, full concentration, I guess, for lack of better words. But what do y'all think about that? Let me ask y'all.
We wanted to paint a visual picture. We don't have a visual to that, but with our words, we wanted to illustrate that to the listener and really feel like they're in the moment.
Right.
So I feel like we captured that.
And for them to play it with their partner, like, turn it on. And that was our goal, for them to relate to that and like feel empowered. So
it's so interesting. I was gonna ask y'all, but I think we probably cover it. I was gonna ask y'all what challenged y'all about this on this project when creating it. But I feel like, I guess some of the topics might have challenged y'all a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For you, I guess, opening up in ways that you know, you probably. Yo, Ace, I was about to pause that, but I was like, why the hell am I about to pause that? I'm talking to women. I was like, yo, New York corrupted me, yo. I was like opening up, pause, and I'm like, why the hell am I about to pause that shit? I'm talking to women. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, so like, that's what I was gonna ask y'all. But I think, you know, I think y'all pretty much cover it, unless there's other things that challenge y'all when creating this project that, you know, wasn't more of like, I guess, the lyrics and being taboo, or whatever you want to put it. Was there any other thing that challenged y'all?
I think, just being risky and opening up for sure.
Yeah. And
right.
And I think
our generation's going to be full of pause.
Yeah. But I think that the writing process was fun and challenging, and it was good.
Yeah. And another thing, like, for people our age who are growing up, and when you're, I guess, becoming more into the career that you want, what do you feel like y'all have invested your time into more? Like, I guess, understanding yourself as the artist that y'all are, or like when you say you networking with other people, like what's more important for y'all right now?
I think throughout the journey is finding people that get you, finding artists that help you out throughout the journey, and just really understanding how the business works, finding the right people, negotiating, networking. That's the business side. And then the creative side is really just trying to push your pen, trying to push your creative boundaries. executive producing an album, getting the right drum beats, the right cadence, and those are challenges in itself. Working with other artists and their opinions, making sure that they're heard, and all of that, and then going into just the production of music videos. That's a whole nother thing you have to learn how to do. So
I think initially our focus when we started out was learning how to create a project, learning how to create a song, and then it moved into, okay, let's try to build
catalog,
a group, get our name out there, and then it evolved into how can we improve our writing, improve our music, and now we're into a phase. How can we grow our fan base, grow our supporters, allow people to see who we are and really get our name out there? So that's the phase we're in right now.
Do y'all think it's possible to, I guess, exist in this industry without compromising yourself?
I do think it's possible.
Okay.
Sometimes it takes one person or a couple people to be that standard and say, oh, you don't have to do it that way, how everyone else did it.
Now, if you want it like fast and like you can certainly, shift and do things. But if you don't feel you want to do certain things, then it may be slower for you, and that's fine. So,
but no, I don't feel you have to compromise yourself to make it or be successful the way you want to be.
I just look at, I guess we have to define what compromising is. I look at social media. You can compromise on social media because people do things because they know it'll go viral or whatever the case might be. So I think about that, but is that necessarily a bad?
Right. There's a plan. You can play the game. Like there's certain things. You can play the game to get certain things or get somewhere. Or
sometimes there's a strategy in place.
Yeah.
Instead of compromising.
Yes, agreed. There's a strategy, but then there's the other side where you may not want to take the deal, but you're doing it because you feel like this is the way out. Maybe that you stick to yourself in your inner being and know, like, hey, I don't need to take this deal right now. And know that it's going to work out later.
Or I don't need to do this type of content because that's not who I am.
Right.
So I'll do it the way. The people who like me will gravitate towards me. They'll find me. The right people will find me. Yeah.
Let's stop here for a second because I want to talk about compromising. And by the way, if you check out my last interview on the YouTube channel with Big Walk Dog, you'll hear a more in-depth conversation about artists compromising in the music industry. All right? Okay, but that's not what we're here for. See, any artist who is eager for fame may compromise their integrity by doing anything to get noticed, which can dilute their artistry and authenticity. Trust me, desperation often leads to making decisions that don't align with your original vision. Also, social media make this issue worse. The pursuit of viral moments can pressure an artist to create sensational or gimmicky content that prioritizes immediate attention over long-term respect and credibility. This can lead to a loss of artistic direction and a reputation built on trends rather than genuine talent. You get it? All right, let's get back to the show.
One more thing before we go, because you kept bringing it up. You kept bringing God. Like, are you big? Are you spiritual?
Yes, very spiritual. We meditate. We meditate in the morning. I feel like God is like always there with me, and that's how I keep going. Like I know He's there. When I talk to Him, I'm like, wow. When I'm down, He gives me a sign. Like, I don't know. Everyone has their own journey with God. Like it's not one thing. Like sometimes people can be like overtly or too religious, and some people can't resonate with that. Some people have like just their own journey. And growing up in the church, and I feel like a lot of people who've grown up in a church kind of their religion was put onto them. But I feel like at a certain point, you have to grow and really find your relationship with God yourself. And that's where everything makes sense and it opens up.
And I think for me, I'm very spiritual. I'm not necessarily religious, but I'm very spiritual. And I always say you are God. You're not God, but you have that God in you to know
I'm with you.
things. You inherently know. You may not have the answer now, but you know. And if you follow the path, you're going to get the answer. So, yeah.
You're 100% right. I think a great hood philosopher or deacon, whatever you want to call him, Pusha T, he said one time, I believe there's a God above me. I'm just a God of everything else. I believe that too. Like, I think, because they say, you're not the God, but I think we're all somehow.
He
gives us
you can do
authority.
anything. You can take something that you think in your brain and make it happen. And you don't even know. Sometimes you don't know how it happens because God, obviously, the universe is working for your benefit. It's conspiring for you. So yeah, you are God.
You're living
like
proof.
that.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Thank y'all so much for building with me.
Yay. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We
Yeah,
really
congratulations
appreciate
on
it.
the project. I like it. I'm sure they're
Thank
gonna love
you.
it. I like it. I love it. It's been out for a minute though, right? Like, it's not like
It came out June 21st.
Yeah.
Stream it, buy it.
Yeah. On all social media platforms.
Yes. Tiara Music.
Yes.
It's a dope, phenomenal body of work. So hopefully y'all go out there and check it out. Again, thank y'all for building with me.
you.
Everybody else is out there. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe button, all that cool stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. All right? Peace.